So, apparently Georgia has come up with a new little law that honestly I don't know. I don't know the specifics of it. I don't know all the details, but on face value, it sounds to be reasonable-ish, right? Now, the law is a heartbeat bill or something like that. Essentially, when you can hear a heartbeat, that's a person, you can't kill that kid anymore. So once there's a heartbeat, if you perform an abortion on that baby, that's your ass. You've just murdered a baby. There's a heartbeat. Now, they keep saying, every time that somebody brings this up, they say that that's before a heartbeat sometimes be there before a mother even knows she's pregnant. And I kind of go, okay, what does that have to do with anything? Because the whole thing of it is, when is it illegal to kill a baby? Right? Right now, the prevailing thought some places seems to be, well, we can kill babies as long as they're inside of somebody else. If you're inside somebody else, we can kill you. Right? You're not a living person until you are actually outside of the womb, as far as many people are concerned. Other people say, well, that's a living person inside that womb. Right? So then they dicker around with at what point are you a living person? When your body's developed enough to where there is enough of a heart with which to beat, that sounds reasonable to me. You're a clump of cells all the way up until those cells start actively doing things. And I would say that a heartbeat actively beating, that's, I think that's a pretty good, here's where we draw the line. When the heart beats, when it's moving on its own, right? Even if that movement is a movement that is uncontrolled, nevertheless, it is moving on its own. It has a heartbeat. It is therefore a living being, right? So they now classify things with heartbeats as living beings in Georgia. And I thought that was interesting. Because that, I really don't have a problem with saying heartbeat. That's when you know it's a person. Right? And, you could bitch and complain about at what point there's a heartbeat, but nevertheless, at the point there's a heartbeat, no matter how long or short of a time it is after conception, that's the point you have a person, when there's a heartbeat. Sounds reasonable to me, right? Right? Like the whole idea of abortion, as far as I was ever concerned, was if, for whatever reason, baby can't be there, right? You get incest and you go, look, man, it was a horrible thing that happened and we can't do this. It's going to be too much for the family to bear. We can't do this. It's real early, so just, right? I can see that. Rape, I don't want to have the baby of the rapist. I can see that. Health complications for the mother or child. Well, health complications for the child is just a fucking child that die at that point. But nevertheless, health complications for the mother or child that would necessitate such a thing. And really, that's it. The whole thing with me was, I didn't like the idea of it as contraception. We can have rubbers, a woman can take the pill, or we can kill babies. Yeah, I don't like that as a contraception. I don't like that as a prophylactic, because it isn't a prophylactic. At that point, there's no proing that phylactic. It's fucked. You're done, right? So, right? I don't like the idea of abortion being used to just, I don't want to have a baby. Well, too fucking bad. You fucked up. Time to have a baby. Like, there was once a point in time when we said, you're an adult now, time to fucking act like one. You now have a brand new responsibility. Good on you. You're not ready? Huh. No shit. Nobody's fucking ready. Even the people who find out, yeah, we're ready, can't wait to have this baby, as soon as they have the baby, they go, shit, we weren't ready for this. What the fuck were we thinking? Nobody's ready. Nobody's ready. There's no manual, right? Just comes out of the box and you gotta figure it the fuck out, right? So, like, and that was the way of it. That was how people were just fucking born in this world for forever. Oh, I got a baby now, huh? And you had babies. And now it's like, no, I don't want to have a baby just because I went and did something stupid and got myself pregnant. Whatever. So, Georgia does this thing where now, heartbeat. That is where we are drawing the line. We are stating openly that a human being becomes a human being when their heart begins to beat. I like that. Signs of life, right? That's why they call it signs of life. Because once you have those signs of life, there's life, right? So, after this, Hollywood has decided that they are now going to boycott Georgia. Apparently a lot of films are filmed in Georgia. And they don't want to film in Georgia anymore. Begs the question, why is it that they're filmed in Georgia? Well, apparently, the taxes are so goddamn high in California that all these other states, Ohio's one of them, I know, I was paying attention to the news when this all was going on, but a lot of states said, hey, I bet you that we could fucking steal some of those movies and get them filmed here, and all we need to do is give them a tax break, like our tax rate, as opposed to the fucking shit-ass tax rate in California. We'll just make them pay our standard fucking tax rate. And they'll come here in droves. And sure as shit it worked. All sorts of movies filmed in Ohio now. All sorts of movies filmed in all other places. But apparently, Georgia's one of the big ones. I don't know if you watched to the end of the credits, but you always see that fucking Georgia peach somewhere. Lots of shit gets filmed in Georgia because of the taxes. We don't mind imposing the taxes on people in our state. But we are not going to pay those fucking taxes if we don't have to. We'll go to Georgia to film. It's nice there. Fuck you. Right? It's another one of these. The ultra-liberal, the far left, whatever you want to call them, the leftists, how they live by what they preach. Anyways. So, now they don't want to film in Georgia. And I'm kind of like, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, how much of Georgia's product, gross domestic product or whatever, is movies? I'm sure it'll hurt with the tax revenue and stuff like that, but fuck them. Let them film in California. If you really are so convicted about killing babies willy-nilly, that you are willing to plant your flag in such a way as to say, you're trying to protect life? Well, fuck you then. I'm not going to go film in your state. Not until we kill babies again. Like, if that's really where you're planting your flag, fine. I think you should have to pay a premium for that kind of stupidity. Film in California, bitches. I hear the taxes are a bear, and I hear they're going to go up. So, have fun with that. It's a whole lot of people from other countries to take care of. You guys should really start filming more in California and paying those tax revenues. You being the rich people and all. You should really redistribute that fucking wealth through the tax system of your state. So, yeah, whatever. So now they don't want to go to Georgia and film shit. And apparently, Alyssa Milano, who is becoming my new favoritist dummy, she has put out a campaign very similar to me. It's the Don't Fuck 'em campaign. She's saying that until Georgia turns back this law, she's encouraging feminists and people who really care about abortion law, she's encouraging them to not have sex with their men. Or I guess any man. They just don't have sex. And I'm kind of like, well, I've noticed quite a few problems with this idea. Firstly, how in the fuck is that supposed to convince Georgia to change their abortion laws? Is whatever of Georgia, the man in charge of Georgia, is he gonna go, oh shit, there's women all over the world who might not be having sex with people right now? I don't think they're gonna fucking care. This is another one of those, like, we're stupid for boycotting in this way. Like, when they did the day without women, I threw a party. Because I was like, great. Hopefully I won't run into any of you bitches today, because I just don't want to fucking deal with the shit. And it didn't fucking happen. I still had to deal with bitches. And it was like, fuck. You won't even fucking boycott when we want you to. Go away. But, you know, so that shit didn't work. But this not have sex thing, first of all, for every man who's a giant whore and just wants to have sex with as many women as possible, there is his matching woman. If you guys stop fucking your men, believe me, if they want sex, they'll get it. A lot of bitches just don't care. I don't live in Georgia. So, right? So that's kind of fucking silly. You're going to be damaging a lot of relationships or outright ending them. Now, if you're the type of person that goes, because Georgia has abortion law, I'm not going to have sex with you. I know we live in California, but it's Georgia and it's important, and I'm not going to have sex with you. What do you mean you're breaking up with me? Yeah, that's a reasonable fucking response. Well, then I'm leaving you. Because you're stupid. This has nothing to do with you. This right now has everything to do with us. And I'm going to go find somebody that's not as retarded as you. Like that, I can't see how that isn't the conversation every single time somebody brings this fucking shit up. In Georgia, we don't live in Georgia. Fuck Georgia. Who cares what Georgia does or doesn't do with their babies? Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, gonna have a lot of relationships probably ended if anybody's actually stupid enough to press this fucking issue. She's encouraging homosexuality, I remember. She said there's other ways to have, well, essentially to get off other than cis men, and I'm like, alright, so you're encouraging women now to be lesbians. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, maybe that's a good thing. Like, maybe people like this should really think twice about procreating. You know? Just saying. But yeah, it's so weird. The don't fuck 'em thing. And it's kind of funny, because some of you may remember that I kind of proposed a campaign, why do we keep fucking bitches? Just stop fucking bitches. We should all just stop fucking bitches till they get their heads screwed on straight. Right? Well, till they get their heads on straight, I guess, rather. But it kind of, it relates very much to mine, because this is a prime reason to not have sex with Alyssa Milano. Like, I can't think of a better reason to not have sex with Alyssa Milano than because she's retarded. Like, I don't know. I can't have sex with a retarded person, I guess. So, like, I don't know. I guess the don't fuck them. You know, we've started the campaign. Alyssa Milano is helping me with the don't fuck bitches campaign. She's doing it for abortion. I'm doing it because bitches is annoying. So, but nevertheless, we are now on the same path. Who'd have thunk it? Intersectionality, folks. It's amazing. Whatever. So, yeah. Because of this abortion law, now Alyssa Milano wants for all women to stop having sex with men. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's a great way to not have an abortion problem anymore. And if we do it long enough, maybe we won't have a fucking people problem anymore either. But, whatever. So, I don't know. It just seems the craziest thing in the world to me. Like, this kind of shit just seems the craziest of what? Are they seriously thinking that every man in Georgia is going to call the governor and be like, my wife won't have sex with me because of your abortion law? If I was governor, I'd be like, do you really care? Because a lot of them would probably be like, I mean, for most guys that have been married for a really long time, they'll be like, we've had our kids, fuck it, who cares? And for anybody who's like single, like, I know dating is a thing where like people think that that's like an interim point between single and married, that there's this dating thing where it's like now you're exclusive but not like legally bindingly exclusive, but whatever. Yeah, so if you're single and you're going through this horse shit and your girlfriend says to you, I'm not having sex with you because of the fucking state law, I'd look at her and go, I'll find a bitch who will. Because seriously, who the fuck wants to deal with that kind of dumbass shit? So you're going to stop having sex with me for something that has nothing to do with us. How is that going to affect any meaningful difference? That would be my question. And if she said, well, solidarity, I'd be like, we're done. And that'd be it. I'd be like, fuck it, then we're done. Because that's the like, you have to have some sort of fucking reasonable reason why. And there has to be some sort of tangible good outcome to it. The only good outcome is you're going to turn me into a fucking woman beater. Because you're so stupid and I'm going to try and knock the sense back into you. Like, what? Whatever. That would never happen because I'd fucking leave her. So, yeah. You know, all you women, I just want to say this, all you women that are joining me and Alyssa Milano on the we're not fucking men because of abortion thing, right? Which is, I'm changing mine to that, by the way. So if you're joining us on that, what I want you to do is, we have a certain style that we wear, right? So that we can identify each other visually. Like, if, you know, you're in a crowded room somewhere, you're in a mall or whatever, and you see somebody walking by, you want to be able to go, hey, you and I are fucking hard up, right? Like, you want to have that, right? So, what we're going to wear is, they're really cool hats. They're made of tinfoil. You need to take tinfoil, put it on your head, right? That way we can identify who you are. So we know who to avoid.